Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing back at it with another post fight review. We back at it live, covering this Andrade versus Bubu Andrade pay per view undercard. Here we go. We got a 130-pound title on the line. Hector Garcia versus Lamont Roach from the DMV. I believe he's from like PG County somewhere. You know what I mean? But hey man, this was a good fight, a chess match. Lamont Roach, you know, he stuck behind his jab. He threw the harder punches, in my opinion, and the man was on the front foot, against a guy who's a big puncher. You know what I mean? This is the guy who knocked Chris Colbert all over the ring. You know what I mean? Oh, so Lamont Roach, he kept it very composed, walking the guy down with the jab. You know what I'm saying? There was times the man Hector Garcia was on the back foot, and there was a chess match. You know what I mean? I thought the man Hector Garcia would be um, especially being a southpaw, would be a little bit more aggressive. You know what I mean? Especially being the bigger puncher. But Lamont Roach had a very good game plan, and he stuck to his game plan. You know what I'm saying? He avoided the big punches. He got caught with a few right hooks. You know what I mean? But he stayed out of line of the man Hector Garcia's straight left hand, and he kept himself composed, walked his opponent down, and he remained aggressive all throughout the fight. And it paid dividends in the later rounds, in the championship rounds, where this fight was in the balance. You know what I mean? Where the man Lamar Roach, he clipped him with the kind of right hook, or was it a left hook? It was a kind of cuffing left hook that put the man Garcia down. 10-8 round. And that was the difference, you know what I mean? On my card, at least, it was a good fight as far as back and forth. Like I said, a chess match. I thought Hector Garcia's game plan to box Lamont Roach, it worked in some rounds, but overall as a game plan, I thought it was a bad game plan because that's what Lamont Roach wants. He wants to have a more boxing fight, you know what I mean? And it was very, very impressive how Lamont Roach, this is a guy he's challenged for world titles before. This is a guy all throughout his career. I've never known Lamont Roach to fight at any other weight class besides 130 pounds. You know what I mean? He paid his dividends and he persevered. Throughout all the few losses that he had, whether it was to Jamal Herring, and that was for a world title shot, um, at 130 pounds. You know what I mean? So he's fought for world titles. Hector Garcia, I can't remember if he fought after that fight he had versus Tank in Washington D.C., where he went up in weight. He went up to 135 pounds and fought the man Tank in a good fight. I thought he fought very well, until he got clipped at the end and he got dropped. You know, but the man Hector Garcia, I'm pretty sure he was the betting favorite going into this fight. You know what I mean? Lamar Roach, he paid his dues. I believe Lamar Roach has like one loss. You know what I'm saying? And tonight he's a world champion. The DMV, we back. You know, DC, Maryland area. Hey man, we haven't had a world champion since the man, what's his name? Lost his world title. Gay Russell, right? It's been a while, and this is an area where we've produced numerous world champions, man. I remember in the late 90s, early 2000s, man, we had world champions in different weight classes. We would have two world champions in the middleweight division, whether it's Keith Holmes or, what's his name? William Joppy, whether it was Sean B. Mitchell and Chop Chop Corley at 135 pounds or 140. We've always had good fighters in the area. But not having a world champion, man, that shit kind of bothered me, especially being a boxing fan of the area fighters. I support all area fighters. And like Lamont Roach is a guy I've seen the guy fight live at the DC Armory. He's a guy whose career I've been following him since his pro debut. And I'm very happy for the young man. You know, I had this fight a draw, 6-6, but the knockdown was the difference. You know what I'm saying? He wins the fight on my card, 113, 112. Congratulations to Lamont Roach. Hey, man, DMV, we back, man. 24 wins, 1 loss, 9 KOs. And he's willing to unify with all the other champions, whether it's Joe Cordina with the IBF, Navarrete with the 130 WBO, or Shaki Foster, who is now just signed with Top Rank. He was his last fight was on DAZN. Now he's with Top Rank. Hopefully they can make these fights. You know what I mean? But Lamont Roach, congratulations, man. You got it done, baby. That's why it was an emotional victory for him. You know what I mean? You could see all the emotions, all the hard work, training since a young youth into the amateurs. You know what I mean? Becoming a pro. He's realized his dream of becoming a world champion, and I'm happy I witnessed it. You know what I mean? Lamar Roach, hey man, I seen you fight at the DC Armory. Hey man, it's a beautiful thing. You know, the man Hector Garcia, man. You see, I'm not a hometown biased guy. If this was no knockdown, I would have this fight a draw. But the knockdown was the difference, and Lamont Roach game plan versus the heavy hitter. Lamont Roach is a guy who likes to box behind the jab. You know, Hector Garcia is a kind of guy who it was like 16-1 coming into this fight with 10 KOs. But he's known to have heavy hands. Yeah, I mean, but he hasn't fought since the Tank Davis fight, if I'm not mistaken, and that was in January of 2023. So he's been out the ring a good 10, 11 months. So the ring rust showed. But B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this fight. Let me know how you guys scored it. Did you think the right man won the fight? Leave your thoughts and comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.